here we are with our 1997 Mastercraft Maristar 225 VRS, which has the LT1 Corvette motor in it. We're starting on the port side, rather starboard over here. It's a little tight up against the fence, so what we'll do is we'll slide in here so that you can see. Certainly the vessel is functional, but does show that it's had some fun and some good days on the lake on it. Has lots more too. The bimini is complete, although it looks like the canvas here is torn in the center, so you'd want to have that looked at. The upholstery itself also, the seams have given way here in the bow as we pan down and back. There we go. Still functional, but they have given way. The hull itself does have some marks. We'll take a look real briefly here. Up in the bow looks like a few dings. The black that you see down here on the keel, and we'll come down to look at that, is actually from the roller here. As you move aft, you'll see there's the roller right there, which has imparted this black along the edge, but perhaps get a roller replaced and that'd be the end of that. Rest of the hull, as you can see, it looks like it's been buffed and clean. Some marks, but minor. On this side, as we back up here to get a good look at the bow, you'll see that when we go around to the port side, you'll see a white wheel, and that would be because this one here matches the other three, and presumably was moved due to a flat at one time. The bow has no structural, but the rub rail right here, as you can see, the plastic has split. Looks like an impact of some kind. And then a few things along the way here, little minor usage. As we move along here, there is one ding right there, along with some scratches. Perhaps a dock, hard to say. Anyway, as we move on, the Mastercraft decal is a little rubbed from probably the dock, and then some marks along the way, but the hull itself, structurally, as you can see, is just perfect. There's that white rim that would normally be on the spare location. These are fiberglass fenders on this Mastercraft trailer. It was built and matched for this. There are drum brakes all the way around, so both axles have drum brakes with a surge controller. This trailer marker here, as you can see, it's got steel and it's bracket, but the fiberglass fender at one point received an impact of some kind. Doesn't affect the usage, it's just cosmetic really in nature. And then a little paint missing here on the corner. Here aft, port side looks like a bit of a repair done to right at the transom aft portion here. Paint shows it's had some days in the sun, but it's again cosmetic in nature. And deck, and then as we come all the way around here to starboard, we'll move up. There's the fuel fill right there. As we look up the rail line, you get a sense. here at the transom. Let's go down to the out drive and see what we got. Everything down here is functional and just as it should be, as you might imagine. The 4-blade prop, in great shape. Diverter as well. All looks good. Alright, we'll take a quick look underneath here. You can see all of the underneath portion of the aft portion of the vessel. Alright. Here on the back sun pad, while we're at it, you can see that the seams and the sun fading exists, so it's functional, but certainly could use replacement. Alright, we'll go inside next. The bow is quite large in the Mastercraft 225 VRS, as you can see. There's an anchor locker there. All the cushions have storage underneath, and you'll see that in the photos. The bimini you will also see in video and photos. Full windshield, and as we come back here past the helm, down starboard side here, you'll see we've got some equipment and inflator, and then the wraparound lounge that leads back to the sun deck, which is also of course the hatch. The sun has faded certainly portions of the upholstery and the seams, but the boat certainly is functional as it sits too. There's a pass-through windbreak that's made out of looks like aluminum right there on the floor, and it's hinged. A couple of metal panels that open up. You'll see photos of that, so I encourage you to do that. This vessel has a sky-high pole that goes over the pylon right here. So it is a V-drive vessel with a Corvette motor, but has a ski pylon in the center for the water skiers in the crowd. That is a ski locker there on the floor, and there are a pair of water skis in there that you will see in the photos as well. And then here in the main lounge, there's a stereo, and then the sky-high pole, of course, will fit over in order to provide wakeboarders opportunity as well. That is the interior of our Mastercraft 225 VRS. Just took a quick look here at the bimini, and actually the bimini top is has a slot in it for this sky-high pole. So actually the bimini top is quite functional and in good shape. It's just this slot here that has been made longer for the pass-through on that pole. So actually the rest of the bimini top is in good shape, and we'll just show that to you here. Otherwise it's completely functional. Straps and everything. Alright. Here we are at the helm of our 1997 Mastercraft 225 VRS. This is the helm seat here, and using a PFD as the bolster seat alternative. This is the plug that goes here in the drain, and you'll see in the photos there that the bilge is dry. Okay, now moving back to the helm, our kill switch throttle control here, and then around to our accessory switches, and you'll see in the photos that there is a complement here. We've got lights, engine hatch open and close, blower, accessories, and then some lights, horn, and so on. This vessel has a depth sensor and then a full set of gauges that we will pan through here. And you can see there on the hour meter, 511.3 hours. Because this vessel has seen some sunny days, the dash is partly showing some sun fade here on the wood grain. And over here, the ignition switch, you can see that the portion of it is cracked from the sun that would appear, but still functional. Just below the ignition switch is the head unit for the stereo. It is a Pioneer head unit with speakers in a few places, which we will show you in a moment. Actually, we'll show you two of them right here in the pass-through. Both sides, there are speakers leading up to the bow. And then over here, we have the sun fade again on the steering wheel, but otherwise completely functional. It's a tilt steering wheel. And that's the helm. The thing I want to show here is that when we open up the passenger side console here, you can see that there's a tremendous amount of storage that's available up in there for, as you can see, life jackets and mirrors and all of that sort of thing. But then the cushions all work in concert to open up here and go straight all the way through aft, which gives you a sense as to how much gear you could stow just here, port side, on this 1997 Mastercraft 22 VRS. Okay, here we are. There's a power hatch on our 1997 Mastercraft leading to the LT1 Corvette motor, 5.7 liter, fuel injected, as you can see. It's got looks like a K&N filter on it. Yes, it is. And certainly, as we look over here, you can see there's a very large port side compartment with the, looks like the carpets come down here. But a large storage area. And over here, starboard, there's a battery that looks quite new. It's a deep cycle Megatron. And then some other gear. See some more life jackets, and then there's a prop in there as well. That's the engine compartment.